Hi, and welcome to day one of Intro to Trig Part 2. Today we're going to start by talking about radians. A radian is another way to measure angles instead of degrees. When the radius of a circle is equal to the intercepted arc, then the angle is equal to 1 radian. So in this picture that I have here, theta and my angle measurement, if my intercepted arc is equal to 1 unit, and my radius of my circle is equal to 1 unit, then theta is equal to 1 radian. To get what a radian is, we're going to start talking about the circumference. And the circumference of a circle is 2 pi r, where r is a radius. So the circumference is 2 pi radii, meaning more than one radius. So the circumference is equal to 2 pi radians. Or the circumference is equal to 360 degrees. So the circumference is equal to 2 pi radians, or it's equal to 360 degrees. So what I'm going to say is 360 degrees is equal to 2 pi radians. And I want to get radians alone, so I'm going to have to divide both sides by 2 pi. And 2 goes into 360, 180 times. So I have 180 degrees over pi is equal to 1 radian. And that means 180 divided by 3.14, which is my approximation for pi, is equal to 1 radian. And if I were to divide that out using my calculator, I would get 57.32 for degrees is equal to 1 radian. So a radian is approximately 57 degrees. How many radians in one full rotation of a circle? Okay, that symbol means approximately. And to figure out how many full rotations or radians are in one full rotation of a circle, I have 360 degrees, and if I divide by 57 degrees is my approximation, I get approximately 6.316. So there is approximately 6 radians in one full rotation. So that's where we come up with a radian measurement and how much it's equal to. Now we need to be able to convert back and forth between radians and degrees to radians. So if I'm converting from radians to degrees, I multiply by 180 over pi, or I can substitute 180 degrees in for pi. So for example, express each in degrees. If I have 5 pi over 12 radians, and I take and substitute in 180 for pi, I would get 5 times 180 over 12. And 12 goes into 180 15 times. So 5 times 15 is 75. So 75 degrees is equal to 1 radian. Or, I'll show you the other method. If I do 5 pi over 12 times 180 over pi, here the pi's cancel out. 12 goes into 180 15 times. And you see I still end up with 75 degrees. So it doesn't really matter which way you do it, you still get the same answer. I typically substitute in 180 for pi because it's easier and faster. For part B, I'm going to do 4 times 180 equals 720 degrees. Now to go from degrees to radians, I multiply by pi over 180. I don't have an other alternative for this. So 100 degrees times pi over 180 means I get 100 pi over 180. And then I just reduced my fraction. 20 goes into 105 times and 20 goes into 189 times. So I'm left with 5 pi over 9 radians. And if I have 390 times pi over 180, I'd get 390 pi over 180. And 30 goes into both of these. 30 goes into 186 times. 30 goes into 390 13 times. So I get 13 pi over 6 radians. Generally speaking, when we're trying to find radians, our answer is going to be in terms of pi. That's how you can remember to multiply by pi over 180 because we want to have pi in our numerator for our answer. When we're trying to go back from radians to degrees, my goal is to get rid of pi. So I put pi in the denominator so I can cancel them out, or so that I can substitute into pi and get rid of the pi and put 180 in its place. All right, next page. This is what we call arc measure. All right, we have S, we have R, and we have theta. Theta is my central angle in radians. That is key. They always have to be in radians. R is exactly what you think it is, the radius. And S is your intercepted arc. And our formula is S equals R times theta, or some people call it theta equals S over R. Either way, you have to remember one of these two formulas, neither of which is given to you on the exam, but you may have to use. So for number 1, find the intercepted arc of an angle measuring 2 radians in a circle with a radius of 5 centimeters. So my radius is 5, my angle is 2, and I'm looking for S. So S equals R times theta. S is what we're looking for. R is 5, and theta is 2. So that means that S is equal to 10 centimeters. If S is equal to 24 centimeters, R is equal to 6, find theta. S equals R times theta. 24 is equal to 6 times theta. Divide both sides by 6. Theta is equal to 4 radians. And finally, the central angle is 1.5. The intercepted arc is 18. Find the radius. So S equals r times theta. 18 is equal to r times 1.5. Divide by 1.5. So r is equal to 12 feet. Okay, really nothing to those. S equals r times theta. Substitute in for what you have. Find what's missing. All right, that is all we need to worry about.